that you know, holla at your boy. I'm standing in my B-boy stance, green beans, Memphis where you at, nigga, right here. Snacks Cam and it's a rap, this is rap belong to us, nobody strong as us, it's a fact. Hold up, I'm just warming up, give me a second to get it back. Young Crispy, what? Old skin Owens, fuck. Next summer, so summer, tear this motherfucker up. Young is eternal, my young is a bird, the blueprint bird, nigga I earth. Can't be serious, young cause I'm 32, dressed like I'm 22, look like I'm 18, do what I wanna do, going on my A-train, got Bill Jackson said, flow is black magic, I'm at it again, roll forward with black cameras, supposed to carry these like Mason Lefter, chasing this cheddar to the end of the road, because the end I'm told is nearer than we know, what can I say, but live for the day, ho, ho, OG, yeah, number one, man, if you ever with us, know them diamonds up, yeah, man, let's be clear, I ain't going nowhere, now that you know, I'll have my boy, ooh. Follow the moon, she put on two socks, she couldn't walk in my shoes. I was dealt a bad hand, fuck, what else could I do? But keep something up my sleeve that'll help me through. Can you believe that where my Mac models come through? Cat fighting, cat walking, it happens often, it's true. High society don't want me to move into the penthouse building with spectacular views, but like he's a menace, he could never be a tenant. I'm like, ooh, what's a young nigga to do? I bring the brothers to the building, give a feeling that I don't give a fuck. We just chillin', watch a gender live feelings, how you fuck. Oh lady, don't blow my high, especially if you don't know my life. Don't make me bring jumping in it, cause I'm dark skinned it on. Do with the fro in the rainbow coalition. I'm a victim of a shit household, born in a household, mousetrap. Niggas wanna know household, how Jay get about that. Yeah, I snatched purses, I persevered. Yeah, I had work fees purchased. It was clear, I was out the sun and hoping to still stop living. I swear, only been good for my mom because it's had to get out the hood, and I can't justify genocide. But I was born in a city where the speaks feel me. Yeah! It's the motherfucking Kings of Pop, motherfucker. Talk to you like a judge, the East Side boys, the weapon sales, the wild up on you. You represent the ATL, ho? Can't y'all niggas this motherfucking know? The cowboy number 4. This is gonna be some unexpected shit for a lot of y'all fuck niggas. But this is some hot shit about to go down in this motherfucker. Understand me? So y'all niggas strap up your seatbelts. Y'all niggas get your house control, some control, and get ready to burn this shit. Alright? Let's do it, let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it. Okay. Let's go, let's go.
Come on, Jay.
Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's second and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. That's Texas engineered. Has to be taken down. Opportunity to this one. Outside of 30 to the 29. 11 yards there. First down. Signs that they have here offensively after giving us a touchdown in the opening run. And based on talks about the, to this game, I feel like they're going to have a good time going in. In fact, the discussion will be able to coaching staff was, you may give up some points in this game, so our offense to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to their first touchdown given up.
First down, Gary for Barkley. Pretty nice game there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. That's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Barkley on the counter. And that one blown up quickly. And he's going to be stopped before it can even get started. It's a loss of 4. Countdown down.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
Sean Murphy bunting. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First and 10, Taylor down. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. Last week we saw Ed Ware. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get the guys like that in the industry. That wasn't actually much of a game. We watched him carry those nice runs, and they typically look in the game. That's a game changer. Sets up a big play here. He's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at the 30-yard line. First 4 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough to extend the drive. So first and 10 down from the 30. That is first carry of the game. It's on the 15-yard line until it's all said and done. It'll be a game of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. That's good running right up the middle. If the defense can't penetrate and make it slow,
Crazy, man.
direction, that's always the end result.
First down goes to the back of the ground. Effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. They'll get a nice jump there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? The defense was having 5 straight runs.
5 straight carries to start the drive, and Kansas City made it through. And stick with it. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal. So good work there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal and have some extra mass. And they will stop it after fairly double pickup. It's a game of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And that's a tight end carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. This lead will go as we 1 yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It makes it every time because you can't be predictable. The execution is a little bit lacking on this, and they might develop a little bit through leads it. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
First you take my music, then you bothering me with dumb shit.
And they'll make the score 14-zip.
Sure.
Horses up to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards, and he's taking down right down to 20. Offense at the line, set to get going. They've been out early, no question. Now 13-0 already as they come up first and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. Second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him from a loss.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Judome. Stopped at the 23-yard line after a gain of 5. Defensively, you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they really too important. That's what you count on.
That's crazy, man.
First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you get to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the opposition in position where every series, they have to work hard to put the first down. You do that.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions down to start this football game. I think they're going to sit down and talk about what went last week in their win. Sometimes you over game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On the return, here's Agnew. Near midfield at the 4. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Offense here, first and 10. Carried by Taylor to start the drive. And he's out of bounds. He gets us down to 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leads to the second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
That is fucking nuts.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL Post-Game Sports. On second down to run back. And this will be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature. If the defensive tackle in position, yes, he's a big and confident, still plenty agile. If it plays the leg, it's a small ball carrier. Actually occurred on the other side of the ball. It reestablishes good experience and stopped him.
They're going on 4th down. It's easy. It's going to have his running back. It's complete. And it gets us down inside the 35 before the bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. First down, Taylor. Have it in the red zone before he crosses over by the bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of the success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it's about 100 yards now for the game.
First down from running back. 18 knock on the line of scrimmage. Got to get the yard down to 16.
Let's get the offense to the offense. They've been able to move the ball really well and run the entire game. Listen to Houston, that's okay. They'll take it
Short, steady verse. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Let's go back to see how this defense looked. They're full toughness. Hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there. What's the loss on that? Colts on third down. They've been okay 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Taylor. They'll muscle up to stop it well shy of the first from their 15. Getting 3 yards there as they take thus far.
But they've been moving all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Even from a distance, you seem to bother me.
Shot's kick is good. It's now 17-0. So not able to convert with a touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3. Yeah, it's 32 yards. That's a set.
An extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 is a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jackson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get them home. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. He's tapping me. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Check hot, hot. You.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Colts.
Now Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. They'll run with Taylor. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name, how about your respect? Get it more than when I get expecting up the back.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check three. Check three. Under 10. 10. 10. This one.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out,
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Lamar Jackson.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Colts.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Marlon Mack. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, it's Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball
Well,
carrier.
praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They run once more with Taylor. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A 43-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, it's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On the handoff. Sean Bunting on the tackle. 4 yards.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, Jackson going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, that's the danger of throwing the ball to that part of the field because if it does get picked off, as we just saw there, they can run a long way. They're actually fortunate they didn't give up a touchdown in addition.
On 1st down, Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun is Issa. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The give to Taylor. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is out of bounds here. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
83. Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. Actually, I've heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Colts pick it up. Accelerating and off he goes. He's at the 30. 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for the extra point.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Now Jackson.
Head to toe designer, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit, I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it, take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it, so much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks, I got homies that can sleep without 2, I got homies that can sleep without, Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love.